Hey guys, welcome back to the Cellar and happy October. It's officially spooky season and I couldn't be more excited. So today I'm going to list 13 of my favorite horror movies that are currently streaming on Tubi. So they're kind of like recommendations for things to watch during this Halloween season. I'm pretty excited to list them for you. I'll be right back. So over the next 31 days, I'm always looking for new horror movies to watch. So I thought, let's look at different streaming platforms and see what movies they have. And the first one I'm going to do is Tubi. Now, Tubi has a lot of amazing horror films. So I'm going to be listing 13 of my favorite films that they're currently streaming as like recommendations if you haven't seen it or you just want a good rewatch. Now, number 13 on my list, and this is no specific order, just complete random order, is All Hallows Eve. Now, I love All Hallows Eve. This was definitely my introduction to Art the Clown, which I love. Which brings me to the next one on my list is number 12 is Terrifier. Now the new Terrifier is coming out any day now and I'm really, really excited to watch it. So like watching All Hallows Eve, then watch Terrifier. Do it in that order because like I said, All Hallows Eve is the introduction. Terrifier is just his story. This movie is scary. It is brutal. It is gory, but it's so much fun. I definitely recommend it if you have not seen it. But warning, it is gory. It is brutal. It's bloody and it's very graphic. So if you haven't seen it, you just, that's like my little like warning label. Just be careful. Just get ready. Get ready for a fun B movie. So 11 on my list is the 2005 film, The Descent. I remember seeing this in theater. It's pretty graphic. It's very shocking. It's like nothing else in that time. I remember a lot of different movies were coming out. I think Wicker Man came out around this time and then this one came out. And, it's pretty shocking and it's so much fun. So if you haven't seen The Descent, definitely check it out on Tubi. Next to my list, number 10 is Stephen King's The It. Now, the original It from 1990. Yes, it's streaming on Tubi. So if you haven't watched it in a while, because I'm sure you've seen it before, right? You've seen It. If you haven't watched it, go check it on Tubi. It is such a great film and you won't be disappointed. It deserves a rewatch if you haven't watched it recently. I also want to throw out there, if you're not familiar with Tubi, Tubi is a free streaming network. Now, they have so many different types of movies and TV shows. There's a lot of reality shows on there that I actually enjoy watching. So if you haven't downloaded Tubi, I suggest it. It's free. Why not? I don't think you need a subscription or anything. And it just provides you with so many great films. Next on my list is the Belko Experiment. Yes, Belko Experiment is kind of like The Office meets just The Office meets The Purge. If I had to compare it to something, like I was gonna say any brutal horror movie out there, but I think The Purge could, it's similar, but it's like kind of like The Office too. It is such a good movie and it's streaming on Tubi right now. I love this film. I can watch it constantly. I think it's underrated and I think you are going to love it. It's a great movie. And that's why it's number 9 on my list. Number 8 on my list is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2003 film with Jessica Biel. Yes, that one is my favorite. I think it was the first one that I ever watched, honestly. I'm pretty sure it was. And I went back and watched the older ones, but to me, it's like the best. Besides the original is pretty amazing. The original is also on Tubi, and I'm pretty sure there's another one, like The New Beginning or something. It's also on Tubi. Great films, and it's all here for you to watch. What's better than that? So you might as well check them all out, right? Number 7 is Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe is a good movie. I haven't watched it in a while, and I'm definitely going to be rewatching it this October. But yeah, it's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Number 6 is The House on Haunted Hill. Not the original with Vincent Price, the remake. This one's a fun movie. It's not like the best movie ever, but it's fun. It's a good time. I don't know if it holds a candle to the original, but it is a good film. And, why not? You have 31 days to watch only horror, so squeeze that one in. Next on my list at number 5 is Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Warriors. It's just one of my favorite, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I recommend it. It's streaming on Tubi for free. Watch it. Do it. Next on my list at number 4 is The House is October Built. Now, this is a really great film. It's a found footage film. It's about a group of friends. They're kind of like on a road trip trying to find the scariest haunted houses. It's extremely creepy. It is scary, and it is a good time. If you have not seen this film, it is streaming on Tubi currently. What are you waiting for? Go watch it. It's overall such a great Halloween movie. Definitely check it out this October. Number 3 is Frozen. Frozen is one of those movies, like, it's a hard watch for me. It is such a good movie, but it's a hard watch. There's wolves involved. It's just brutal. It is brutal. If you don't have a fear of like skiing and the snow, you will after watching this movie. It definitely, like, it turns my stomach every time I watch it, but I can't look away and I can't stop watching it. So if you haven't seen Frozen, definitely check it out. Number 2 is 31, which is a Rob Zombie film. Love Rob Zombie here at the Cellar. It's a great movie. You should give it a try. Next on my list and at number 1 is 13 Cameras. Now, this is the kind of movie that if you stay at Airbnbs often, it might creep you out just a little bit. And there's a sequel called 14 Cameras. But if you haven't seen these movies, I definitely recommend checking them out. It's gonna make your skin crawl. It's like a little creepy, especially like I like Airbnbs, but it makes you rethink. You're trying to check for cameras all around, but it's a good watch and it's a perfect watch for this Halloween season. Now, I'm not just gonna leave you with a bunch of scary movies, because if you have kids, you wanna know, Carmela, what do I watch with the kids on Tubi? Now, they have pretty much all the R.L. Stine movies that you can watch with your children. Those are family friendly. They have Casper. Who does not love Casper? I love Casper. Great, great film. Even Fred too. You know, if you have kids, if you have, like, I guess teenage kids or younger kids, you know about Fred. There was probably about several months my son made us watch Fred non-stop. He's annoying, he's irritating, but he's kind of entertaining and it's kind of funny. So yeah, Fred 2's on there. So if you have patience and you're okay with being a little annoyed by a squeaky voice, definitely check out Fred 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be putting out a lot more of these videos because there's so many streaming networks out there that have amazing horror movies, and I'm just going to let you guys know about it. Make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any of these. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Hit that like button, and I'll be right back.